Hello friends, welcome to Tutorials Point. In this tutorial, we will outline the overall platform architecture, system and the service components that make up the SAP Business Objects Business Intelligence platform. So, the BI platform is designed for high performance across a broad spectrum of user and the deployment scenarios. The developers, they can integrate the BI platform in your organization's other technology systems by using the web services, Java or .NET application programming interface. End users, they can access, create, edit and interact with the reports using the different specialized tools and the applications that come up with the business objects platform. So, at a high level, we can have the 5-tier architecture of the BO. That is, first of all, we have the client tier. So, what is a client tier? The client tier contains all the desktop client applications that interact with the BI platform to provide a variety of reporting, analytic and administrative capabilities. So, the examples include here the CCM, and after that we have the information design tool, and we have crystal reports and other tools. After that we have web tier. So what is the purpose of the web tier? Web tier contains the web applications deployed to a Java web application server. Web applications provide the BI platform functionality to the end users through a web browser. Examples of the web applications include the CMC, which is used for the administrative task and it's a web interface, and also the BI Launchpad. So the web tier also contains the web services, and the web services, they provide the functionality to software tools via the web application server, like the session authentication, user privilege management, scheduling, etc. After that we have the management tier. So what is the purpose of management tier? Management tier coordinates and controls all the components that make up the BI platform. It comprises the CMS and the event server and the associated services. CMS maintains security and the configuration information. It sends the service request to the servers and manages the auditing and maintains the CMS database. Event server manages the file-based events which occur in the storage tier. After that we have storage tier. So storage tier is responsible for handling the files such as documents and the reports. So the input file repository server manages the files that contain the information to be used in the reports, such as it has the following types, like it has doc, PPT, RTF, TXT and others. Then we have the output file repository server, which manages the reports created by the system. Then the storage tier, it also handles the report caching, which is useful for running the reports and saving them to the system resources when user access the reports. Then we have the processing tier. So the last tier is the processing tier. Processing tier analyzes the data and produces the reports. This is the only tier that accesses the database that contain the report data. This tier comprises of the adaptive job server, connection server and the processing servers such as adaptive processing server or the crystal reports processing server. Now let's go to the system and see what are the different services or the servers which are available into our system. So if we go here and if we open up CMC, let's log into the CMC. Okay, the page has expired. Let's refresh. Yeah, so in the CMC homepage, if we go to the servers here, so here we will be able to see all the different servers. So we have the service categories, like we have connectivity service, we have core services, we have crystal report services, then we have the data federation. So if we go to each one of these, so we will be able to see the underneath services among them. So let's say if I go here to the Lumira service. So these are the two services or the servers which are used by the Lumira services. That is, it is using the adaptive job server and it is using the Lumira server. So this Lumira server services, they are added to the 4.2 system. So they were not available in the systems prior to that. After that, similarly, we have the business object web intelligence services, like it is using the adaptive job server, it is using the adaptive processing server, and it is using the web intelligence processing server. So this way we can check the different service categories from the CMC. After that, we have certain tools which comes under by default with the business objects package, whereas there are other tools which are installed separately. So if we go here to the start all programs, and if we expand the SAP business intelligence, so if we expand the server tools here, so these server tools, they come by default when you install the business objects platform. So like the server, like CCM, after that CMC, and then we have this one, the Java BI Launchpad. After that we have the WAX service, and then we have the WAX CMC, and similarly we have the upgrade management tool wdeploy. So they all come with the default installation of business objects. If we go to the client tools and if we expand it, so these are the client tools which comes under the default installation, like the business view manager, IDT. After that we have Quas, we have UDT, we have web intelligence rich client. So these are the default installation packages component. But there are other components which we can install separately, like we can install the crystal report separately, we can install the dashboard designer, we can install analysis. After that we have the BI workspaces. So you can see here that we have installed analysis, dashboard, design studio, Lumira, crystal reports, and these things we have installed separately as part of the, which were not as part of the business objects default installation. Then comes the databases. So what are the different databases which are used by the BI platform? So we have the reporting database on which our reports run. So it is the source information analyzed and reported on by the SAP Business Objects suite. After that we have the CMS database. The CMS database, it is used to store the BI platform information such as the users, servers, folders, documents. Then we have the auditing data store. Auditing data store, it is used to store the information on trackable events that occur in the BI platform. Then we have the lifecycle management database. Lifecycle management database, it tracks the configuration and the version information related to a BI platform installation as well as updates. Then we have monitoring database. Monitoring database, it uses the Java Derby database to store the system configuration and component information for SAP supportability. If we don't have a database server in place for use with the CMS system and the auditing data store databases, the BI installation can install and configure, but we have to use the one which is with us. So there is a default database that comes with the BI platform which we can use as a CMS system and the auditing database. But if we have our own, we can use that one as well. It is recommended that we evaluate as per the requirements against the information from the database server vendor to determine which supported database would best suit our organization requirement. So in this tutorial we have discussed about the high level architecture of the business objects platform. Thank you.